Okay, now we'll see how array can be used as a member of a classes. Okay, so as we all know that array is nothing but it's a collection of homogeneous elements. That means similar kind of elements. Okay, so array can be used as a data member of a classes. It means that array can be private or public members of a class. Okay, so you can use array as a data member in a class. So it means that you can take more than one value by making use of array. Okay. So here they have taken for loop for I equals to 0, I less than m. So we need to specify the maximum size, then it will be incremented when the condition gets satisfied. So I will execute that kind of program later. So classes, objects and memory. The class declaration does not allocate the memory to the class data members. When an object is created, memory is reserved for only data members and not for the member function. So when the object is created for a class, at that time it's going to reserve some value for the some memory space for the data members, okay, and not for the member function. So when I have declared a class, that includes data members and member function, but when I created an object of that class, at that time only it's going to allocate some memory space for the data members, not for the member function. Okay, so here is a program. So long consists of 4 bytes of memory. Here char consists of 20 bytes of memory, and another char consists of 4 bytes, and int is a marks, that is 2 bytes of memory. Okay, and here we have another char of 30. So it's going to sum up all the memory space which is allocated to that data member. Then it will be going to display the value of those size of an object s1 is 60, size of an object s2 is 60, and size of the class is 60. Okay, but now we'll see what is array of object. An array having class type element is known as array of object. If an array having class type elements, that means if an array have data members and member function, that is known as array of objects. Okay, an array of object is declared after the definition. So after the class definition, it's going to display, and it is defined in the same way as any other array. So this question is very important for 5 marks, and here you can see class, and class name is employee, and it has two data members, name and age, and member function read data, display data. So here I am creating an object for the class called employee. Employee is a class and object name is supervisor of 3. That means we are using subscript here. Okay, I am specifying the size of an object. Okay, an array of object is declared after the definition. So here is a completion of the class definition. Then this array of object is declared after the definition, and it is defined in the same way. Okay, so I can include 3 values, or supervisor data of 3 members and sales executive of 5 members, and then I can have the information of team leads with 10 information. Okay, so we'll see a program in order to use the array of objects. So here we have a program to illustrate the use of, to show the use of array of objects. Okay, so array of object in the sense you can use object in an array format. That means it used to display the array of data, that means more than one data. Okay, so here we have two header files, iostream.h and conio.h, and then here class name is a data. Okay, class name is data. Then we have a data members and member function. So private is the access specifier, and we are specifying the access specifier with data members. Here we have 4 data members, namely register number, match, CS and average. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿ ಎಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಫ್ಲೋಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ತ್ರೀ ಆರ್ ದ member function. Read data, average and display are the member function of a class called data. Okay, so this we are just declaring here. We are not defining, we are just declaring. In ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, we are defining this read data, average and display function outside the class definition. So that class ಒಳಗೆ ಬರೀ declare ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, how to declare? Along with its data type or return type, and then function name with parenthesis and semicolon that indicates the termination of that member function. Okay, so this is regarding declaration of the member function, and this indicates the closing of class called data. So in order to access any member function outside the class definition, we have a syntax, right? That is return type, and then we need to specify the class name, and then scope resolution operator, that is double colon, that allows us to define the member function outside the class definition. Okay, and read data here. So first member function of a class data is read data. So in this I am going to take the value of register number along with maths and CS marks. Okay, so in order to get the register number, I need to use C in register number. So in first to declare ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು variables name ಇರುತ್ತೆ, throughout the program you have to use the same variable name. So that C in register number, C out, enter the maths and CS marks. Okay, so in this I am taking only two subjects and I am finding the average of those two subject values. Okay, then C in maths and CS. So in case ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಾದರೂ subject ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ you have to take this symbol again and some subject name. Okay, you can include any number of the inputs in a single line, or else you can also take separately, right? And this indicates closing of this read data member function. So this is regarding member function declaration outside the class definition. And another member function we have, that is average. So in this we are finding an average of maths and CS marks. Okay, here we have only two subjects, then that must be divided by 2. If it is 3 subjects, then that must be divided by 3. Okay, so void data, scope resolution operator, and then function name, that is average. And how to find average? I am giving some variable name called avg. Avg equals maths plus CS by 2. You cannot take without parenthesis. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಆ ಥರ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬರೀ ಸಿ ಎಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that you have to separate this maths and CS marks. After that you need to divide the given value by 2, because we have taken only 2 subjects here, so that it must be divided by 2. If it is 4 subjects, then it must be divided by 4. Then we are going to get the average of those 4 values or 2 values. Okay, and this indicates closing of this average member function. And then we have another display function, void display. In this we are displaying the student details along with register number, maths and CS marks, and the average of those two values. Okay, cout student details and register number. If any variable which is used in cout statement without double quotes, then that will be considered as value of that variable. If the variable name is included between the double quotes, then that will be considered as statement. Okay, so register number is also a variable name. So variable name ಯಾವಾಗ double quotes ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕನ್ಸೋಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ನೇಮ್ನ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ, then it's going to display the value of that variable. Okay, so ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಈಗ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾನು ಡಬಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, so that it's going to display the value which is stored in that register number. Okay, then endl Cout maths and CS marks match. So here I am using and as a statement. Okay, so maths marks ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟು then and ಬರುತ್ತೆ then CS marks. Okay, then Cout average equals where it is stored in AVG. So here it is stored the average value of maths and CS, so that I have to use this variable AVG. Endel. So this line is for your clarification. Okay, one student details to display admele, then it's going to give the break. Then so this indicates the closing of this display function. Then main function we have void main, opening of the main function. So what is the class name? Data. Okay, and object name is stu, that is student. Okay, and I am specifying the size as 3 so that I can display information of 3 student. If it is 5, then it's going to display the student details of 5. Okay, then clear screen. So if you want to take more than one input data, then you have to go with for loop. Okay, so we need to specify the minimum and maximum range, so that for loop for int I equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So it is going to check the iteration one by one. Okay, so if in first iteration if the I value equals to 0, then it's going to display the read data, average and display function. Then it's going to check again 0 is less than 3, right? Again it's going to increment the value of I by 1. Okay, at that time I becomes 1, I equals to 1. Then it's going to check whether 1 is less than 3. 1 is less than 3, right? Condition satisfied. Then it's going to display these 3 datas, and then I will be incremented to 2. Okay, then it's going to check it again. If 2 is less than 3, then that becomes satisfied. Then it's going to display these 3 values. Again it's going to increment the value of 2 by 1. Then it's become 3. Okay, after that it's going to check it again. If 3 is less than 3, 3 is not less than 3 because 3 is equal to 3, so that condition becomes false. At that time it comes out of the loop. Okay, how to access the member function? By using an object dot member function name, so that student of I dot read data and student of I dot average, then student of I dot display. Okay, it's going to call the member function of those 3 member function of a class called data. Okay, then get ch, close the main function. It is a closing of this for loop, and here is a closing of main function. Okay, so now we will execute alt F9, no errors, and then control F9. First it's going to ask the register number 101. Enter the maths and CS marks 23 and 27. Student details. Okay, so what are the details of student? Register number is 101, maths and CS marks is 23 and 27. It is going to sum up 23 and 27. Okay, then that becomes 50. So what is the average of 50? 50 by 2 is 25. Okay, so this is regarding I first iteration of the student when the value of I equals to 0. Again it's going to ask the next student value, that is I becomes 1 here, because when the condition satisfy 0 is less than 3 ಆದಾಗ condition satisfy ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ I increment ಆಗಿ 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then it's going to ask the details of next student. Okay, 22 then 21. So 22 and 21 is going to give the average value again 103. Enter the CS and maths marks, so 30 and 28. Then it's going to display its student details, register number along with maths and CS marks and average marks. It's not going to take next input. Why? Because 3 is less than 3. At that time condition becomes false, then it comes out of the loop, and then it's not going to display the details of another student. Okay, so if it is 2, so this indicates up to 3 student value you can take here. Okay, so this indicates the size. So if it is true, then it's going to ask the value of two student details itself. You can see 1 1 12 12 24 by 2 is 12, then 12 23 22. Okay, so you are not getting any message here, so that it's going to display the details of two students only. Okay, so it's a program related to how to show the use of array of objects. So that by making use of array of object, it is a main line, and here you can call a member function with array of I. Okay, stu of I. So when the I is 0, it's going to call the first iteration. When the I is 1, it's going to call the second iteration. When the I is 2, it's going to call the third iteration. When I is 3, at that time condition becomes false, then it comes out of the loop. Okay, so here is a program to show the use of array of objects. Okay, write down this program in your assignment book along with more than 2 subjects. So here you have to take, along with maths and CS, take another 2 subjects and find the average for the 4th subject. Okay, thank you.